Last night, myself and Glenn, we judged the Long Island's Funniest Person contest. That was at McGuire's in Bohemia. What an outstanding time. We got to thank everybody that showed up. The place was packed.
Yeah, it was a good time. It didn't start off as a good time, though, because you told me to be there at 7 o'clock.
Because you half listened. I didn't say be there at 7. I said that's what time my girlfriend was getting to my house.
Well,
so you got there at 7 o'clock.
So I got there at 7 o'clock, an hour before. There is nobody in the bar except for this one old as dirt guy who's drunk. And I sit down, right, and I talk to Dave. I talked to you right as soon as I got in there. I'm like, I'm here already, and you told me you'd be there in like 45 minutes. So this guy next to me, there's a bunch of TVs on, and there's a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie on in front of me.
In a bar?
In a bar. And this guy he's drunk. He strikes up a conversation with me about the entire movie catalog of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. And I didn't want to be rude. You know, plus, you know, by the time you got there, I had 3 absolute cranberries with lime. and you know, so he's telling me he's Van Damme terrific. And he had that, like, Weezer old guy.
Van Damme terrific.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, my God. Thanks, Dave. Thank you very much.
Well, you got drunk pretty quick. It's funny watching Glenn go out because you don't go out very often.
Yeah, like never.
And you're a lightweight. So
the last time I went out drinking was over a year ago. The last time I was at McGuire's Comedy Club, you could smoke in there.
Wow, it's been a while. So I get there with my girlfriend, and we see Glenn outside, and he's got the obvious drunk sway going on. And this is what he sounded like when me and Michelle went up to talk to him. Clearly drunk.
Literally, I even burped.
And then, you know, we wind up going inside. We had our own booth with the judges.
Mm-hmm.
And you continue to drink. And the show is just getting started. The waitress comes over, and we're taking our orders. And here's Glenn to the waitress.
Hey, join the party!
Scaring her.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. She disappeared for a while. But
yeah.
It was a good time, man. 10 comedians. They were all very funny, and there was 2 winners.
Yes.
It was a time.
And we're going to have them on the show a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll talk to them both in the 8 o'clock hour.
Can I expose you right now?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know what you're talking about. You have this thing hanging over me for some reason.
Dave and his girlfriend Michelle are sitting across from me, and one of the comedians was talking about single life, and he says to the crowd, "Hey, out there, applaud if you're in love." And you know, half the crowd applauds, and my eyes immediately turn to Dave and Michelle is like, "Yay!" And Dave's sitting on his hands.
I don't participate in things like that. Why would I clap? I don't need everybody to know. She knows I'm in love with her.
You didn't applaud love.
You had the look of horror, like I was totally insulting my girlfriend.
She was applauding. She was applauding love, Dave.
Well, she's a woman, though. She's supposed to applaud love.
And the other thing I want to expose you for is you could not decide what to eat. It had to be something that you two could share together and pick off of. Why don't you just order separately? It took you like a half an hour to decide on a platter that you could both share and pick off of.
That's how I roll.
That's how you roll.
That's why there's no fights between us. I compromise. I'm not selfish like you.
What do you mean selfish like me? First of all, I was surprised you didn't order for her, you freaking caveman. and second of all, why didn't you guys just order separately? Why did you sit there for 25 minutes deciding what you could eat together that would be most romantic?
We wanted the sampler. We got the sampler. So that's what we ate.
And you didn't applaud love.
I did not applaud love, I must admit. But it was a good time last night. We'll talk to the comedians later on, and I'm going to have to expose you next. Something very interesting happened with the waitress last night. 7:15.